certain young man said, if purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. You know, in life, you have the power to write your own story. Nobody can write a story better than you can write. Some people can try to do it. Others who are close to you may try to do it. But the very best person to write his story is you. You see, somebody also made this statement that life don't give you what you want, but what you fight for. In this life, if you're expecting people to always give you something or do something for you, sometimes it might not come across like that. And when it doesn't come across like that, you feel disappointed in life and you feel that, life is not treating you well. And some of us go to the extent of saying that God has not been fair with us. But I want to say to you, young man, young woman, listen to me. I always want to use my life as a testimony, as a story to empower people. I lived in a village. And you all understand village life seems or looks like if you're in the village, you have no vision. But you see, for wherever you find yourself, if you are one of those people that believe in God or believe in Jesus or follow Muhammad, God has plans for you. And you must be able to discover the plans that God has for you. That is key thing. And if you know and you discover the plans that God has for you, you stand a better chance of making it and doing well in life and in society. Sometimes, especially for those of us in these regions or wherever we find ourselves, maybe Sierra Leone or Port Loko or wherever in Africa, we're always looking for people to help us. But you see, if you help me, permit me to use the scripture says that it's more blessed to give than to receive. And so, if you are at the place where you are always receiving, you are not blessed. And you don't prosper, you don't become fruitful. Now, what I want to challenge any young man listening to me is this. Don't look down upon yourself and think that you can't make a difference in your life. We're all born to make a difference. We're all born to solve a situation or solve a problem. I tell people, we are not problem carriers, we are solution carriers. And so, you are alive today because the Lord wants to do something in your life. You are the change that the society, your community is looking for or expecting you to. Now, I think in the book of the scriptures teaches us this, that creation and the things around you, your family, your father, your mother, your society, your school, are expecting you to do something great. Have you realized that in life, when you are nobody, people don't care about you? But anytime you start to do something, then people begin to recognize you. Listen to me. Don't think you are born to be poor. And don't think that because you are born in a village, that defines you. You are only defined by what you think about yourself. And I want to encourage you, listen to me. Once upon a time, I was nobody. And now, because of purpose. What is purpose? Purpose is what God has planned concerning your life. So anything and everything that you do in this life must seek to honor the Lord. And as you begin to honor the Lord and acknowledge God in your life, in every step that you take, then the Lord begins to put in a burden or a vision in your heart that will help you to be able to achieve and fulfill God's purpose. I said this thing to somebody yesterday, that anytime you get frustrated about life for what you are doing, is an indication that you are shifting away from the purposes of God. Because what the purpose of God does in your life is that it brings joy. So you see, you might be poor, but what you are doing, you are so happy about it. You might be, going through difficult and challenging situations. Maybe your school fees are not being paid. Maybe your parents are no more. Maybe your parents are not working. You are struggling to go to school. But listen to this. When you look unto God and you allow God to lead you, you become happy and you have peace in your life. Don't allow anybody to tell you you can't make it. The scripture says this way. Our Bible says this. It said, with God, all things are possible. So as much as God is doing something great in your life, God expects you also to connect with him so that his purposes concerning you in that village, in that community, in that school, in that family will come to pass. Nobody was born with an inscription on his forehead, poor, rich. But we were born the same. But you can decide to allow the chains of this world to pull you back, or you cannot allow God to take you forward. Don't look down upon yourself. And remember this, no matter where you are born, you can be born in a manger, you can be born by poor parents, you can be born wherever you can think about. Listen to me, God has plans for your life. You need to discover what God has for you and move all out, and know that indeed, if you are alive, it's an indication that the Lord has not yet. In life, remember the ABCDs of life. You must be able to aspire in life as a young person. Whether you are in primary or secondary, you must aspire something. You must have a dream. You must have a vision. You must know the purposes of God concerning your life. That is one. Two, and when you know the purposes of God and you begin to know the dream, what the next thing you must begin to build that which is in you. What do I mean by building? You must be able to construct into your heart whatever the Lord or whatever you feel in you. You must be able to control. You must be able to picture it. You must give it an architectural view of what you feel in yourself. You must be able to say, okay, in a year, in a 2 or 3, this is what I want to do. In this, what I want to do, this I want to. You must be able to construct it. You must see it materialize. See it as it is. And then the third thing, you must commit to it. You don't just aspire, you don't construct it, and you don't do anything about it. You must commit to it. You must do everything possible. So those of you, if you are in school, you are committed to your studies. If you are doing your business, you are committed to this. You are not lying, you are not cheating. You are committed, you are honest, you are loyal to that which you believe you become. And the third thing, and the last thing, fourth thing, you must be disciplined. What do you mean? If you are disciplined, it means that nobody's going to take you away from your purpose. In other words, when friends come and say, well, let's go and play football, you know that you have an exam to take, so you know, leave and go. You are disciplined. So always remember the ABCDs of life. Aspire in life, build that which you are aspiring for, commit to it, and then develop it. Develop it. So I want to leave you with this, that you are the change that the community is waiting for. You are the change that your family is waiting for. You are the change. You can never be a failure. Listen to me. In life, you don't see anybody working with failure written on their forehead, but you decide to be a failure. Remember, I just saw this. It's so inspiring. You are the very best person to write your dreams. You are the very best person to write your future. Write your future today and know that you are the change that the generation that you were born into are waiting for. God bless you.